I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids. But I found the right woman where I was like, okay, with this woman, I can.
In this episode, I sit down with my brother for a conversation about same blood, different roads.
Yes, there is always a solution to a problem. Problem comes, okay, let me see. What is the problem?
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
can I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
be creative and find solutions now? I got all the love from mom that I'm giving out. I got it all from her. She filled me up with so much love, actually.
We talk about family, career, fatherhood, pressure, faith, growth, and what it really means to build, break, and become. Yeah, thanks for coming, brother. How you
Sure.
doing?
Good.
Yeah,
Exhausted from
thanks for
work,
making.
long day.
Yeah, thanks for making the time, man.
Sure.
Yeah, crazy, man, to have you here. Yeah. So today's episode is about same blood, different roads. Yeah. So
Mm.
for those who don't know, we're brothers, and why this episode today is special because normally I have people who are friends, mostly professionals, and today I am honored to have you here.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So today, I mean, as you know, my podcast is about build, break, become. Yeah. And
Hmm.
so it's a bit going to a different direction because we can't have that, professionality, as I have with other people, like it should be a bit, at least in my opinion, more relaxed that it's with you, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And I would like to begin with one. So,
Perfect.
being honest, who do you think was the favorite child between the two of us?
Between the two of us,
Yeah.
depends what family you're talking about. But I think in both it was me.
Oh,
100%.
damn. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
I go just when I was in Kenya now,
yeah.
a few weeks or months ago, I felt so at home.
Right,
It's yeah.
right.
So, and this after
Okay,
13 years.
it's crazy,
So
right?
it's I can't even tell
Yeah.
if I like it. If I prefer to be here or over there because
Okay.
on both sides,
Yeah, yeah,
super
yeah.
welcome. Don't know how it's about you, but you're of course welcome also here. Come.
Oh wow, yeah. And like the guys, you told me you met the guys, and like the vibe is the same. Like it's like you met yesterday.
Mm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody is
Mm-hmm.
just as welcoming as you
Mm-hmm.
remembered it 13 years ago.
100%. They just all grew.
Yeah,
The ones who were grown up, they
exactly.
shrinked a bit even,
Yeah, yeah.
because after a certain amount it goes back down. But no, it was really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and what was your first impression of me as an adult? Now that we are, so the difference between the 13 years ago and today.
Oof. I mean, 13 years ago we have been there, and that was not teenage years, but like like beginning 20s,
Yeah,
early 20s,
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I think we were at very different stages of our lives.
Crazy, man.
These days, with family, we're all building own family, getting
Yeah,
married, and
yeah, yeah. For both of
stuff
us,
like
right?
that.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Then of course it's a different story,
True,
and
true, true.
different. Like, you mean the experience that I had over there now
Yes,
compared to
exactly.
before?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was it was completely different. I
and
also, with kids, the vacations are like, you don't go on vacation for yourself, of
yeah.
course, a bit, but and especially if somewhere more for myself, then of course in Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, otherwise it's different. Before, we could just focus on us and on our friends and
Exactly,
go
exactly,
places, see
exactly.
places, go wherever we want spontaneously.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now you always have to be a bit cautious about,
Mm,
okay, when is she going to be tired? When do they need to
yeah,
have a nap? When
yeah.
should we go out again because it's
That's
too
true.
hot?
Yeah,
Even the
yeah,
heat,
yeah.
is for them a topic.
Crazy, man.
So
Crazy, man. Yeah. And it's different also to show your kids, the roots of where
hmm.
you've grown up,
Hmm.
how it is, like, okay, this is like they get to understand you better, like, okay, like this, makes sense, or okay, it's not adding up, we don't know.
100%. But I'm really proud of how they took it, because
Right?
as we know, Kibokone is not
It's
the
not the
cleanest
same.
place,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
like, and even culture wise,
Mm, mm,
many
mm.
people, yeah, walk around differently than they walk around here in Europe. It's
Yeah,
also
yeah,
like,
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
Muslims, more
That's
more
true.
buibuis, more more
Yeah,
more vibe, more life,
that's
and
true.
they could
That's
cope with
true.
it really good because yeah, it is a difference, cultural
A
difference as well.
huge one, man. A huge one.
Actually, a huge one,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
to us it feels so normal, right? For you as
That's yeah,
definitely. For me,
yeah,
I
yeah.
also grew up always back and forth, but
That's true. Yeah,
they really
yeah,
took
yeah,
it very
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I think because the question was, what's your impression of me as an adult now? Also, you know, like what's your impression of me as adults? You know, like how's
How you developed, or
yeah,
from
yeah,
back
like
then to now,
in
or
comparison, exactly. Like like okay, are there significant, like do you feel we grew together? Or
yes, I would say so because we have been in exchange daily since back then. The
since
13
forever?
years, I
That's true,
think
man.
it's
Yeah.
we never missed at least a week of not
No,
talking.
and that's because we didn't have WhatsApp then, right? We
True,
didn't have this,
true.
yeah. But whenever we had the opportunity, we would always catch up. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
we had these business ideas. You came to Europe.
yeah,
We planned to you to come this way and this and that and that.
yeah, yeah.
So at the end of the day, it was always
That's true.
like
Yeah.
we were always in exchange, and I could, it's like when you're having kids. I don't see them. I see them every day, so I don't
Mm.
notice them growing.
Yeah.
But just at one point, they will be like, "Oh, she's grown now."
Right.
But and if you go and see other people,
Yeah.
every time they see the kids, it's like 6 months have passed. Like, oh my god, she changed
Mm.
already so much.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
you're like, did she?
Yeah.
And
That's true.
it's actually the same because we just grew up together,
Yeah, and that's
or
it.
stayed in
We
contact the whole
yes,
time.
yes, yes, yes,
We
yes.
followed each other's
Yeah.
path, and so yeah.
Sometimes before we make any decisions, also it's like, okay, I'm about to do one, two, and three. Like you always check with me, and I always check with you.
Hmm. Hmm.
And yeah, next question is,
Please.
what do I do that annoys you? Like what still annoy you about me? Don't be afraid. Just let it out.
Oh
Don't.
man, I really have to think like what annoys me. Yeah, I think what annoys me is when I call you and you're not in a good mood. No, really, what I noticed, and that's why I even started saying it myself. Like whenever I ask you, "Hey, how are you?" You're like, "Alhamdulillah,
That's
Alhamdulillah,
true.
man."
That's true.
That's always the answer, Alhamdulillah, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, yes, but I really want to, I don't, I with you, I don't want to do small talk. It's not like, hey, how
Yeah.
are you? "Ah, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good." No, no,
Yeah.
no. When you ask me the same question and
Mm.
I'm not good, I'm telling you straight away. Oh man,
Okay.
this
Okay.
fucked me up, whatever it is,
Yeah.
or
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
wife or kids or work or whatever there
Yeah.
is that's
Yeah. Yeah.
bothering me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Luxury problems, but still problems.
Yeah, that's true. And maybe it's also the cultural context, like it's also stealing my blood, to kind of, play it cool, and then,
Maybe, yeah.
and then at some point, like, I am, and guess what happened today?
I mean,
Like it's,
in general, I
but
also
it
do
shouldn't be
this.
like that because you're my brother, like it
Yeah,
shouldn't be
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So I see where you're coming from,
But
right? It's,
usually I would also do that,
yeah.
but with you it's different.
Uh,
Even when mom asks, yeah, even no, with mom I'm also straightforward. Like
mm,
she will hear it straight
yeah.
out of the voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
who's close
That's
to
true.
you, but yeah.
Yeah, or sometimes she'd call me like, "Oh, do you know what's going on with Slim?" I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, "Yeah, yeah," like and sometimes I don't, So
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like, "Yeah, I'll find out, and I hope it's all good."
Sure.
What's the one thing you respect about a brother?
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect. Ah, many things, man.
Oh, that's hard to
Like
think, huh?
no, no, no. It's many things. That's why it's a bit hard to think. Like it's
Okay.
the general appreciation for each other. I think this
Mm,
is the mutual respect also,
yeah.
like surrounding all the time.
Mm,
Like we don't lose respect for each other
right.
whatsoever. I mean, of course, there are some pieces and bits of conversations or something where you're like, ah, he's like, I don't agree. But not
Yeah.
agreeing is
Yeah.
not respecting. So I
Exactly.
still respect
Exactly.
your, whatever you think is right or wrong, or
Mm,
also when it comes to religious topics or whatever it is.
yep.
And I might have a different opinion, but still got respect for whatever
Exactly.
we're doing.
Yeah.
So
And that's how, and that's why it's also easy to talk to you.
mm,
It's like I don't have to like ah, yeah, but I think you might not understand. And sometimes you don't understand, but then you ask, like, okay, but why do you see it that way? And that
Mm-hmm.
would give you reasons, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's rooted deep, and you're like, ah, okay, like
Yeah.
I can see where you're coming from, right?
Mm.
So yeah. So if people would meet us both for the first time,
Mm.
because the first question was like, what would they say? It's what's
What's the
what's
story here?
like what's different, but then I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's obvious what's different. But like, what are some of the similarities that we have? What do you think? I would say we're 4 months apart,
Yeah. Yes.
so that makes it super easy for us, like, even like for me personally, I'd call you, and you'd have variations, like sometimes you'd call me like man, and I would know exactly what you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
like, and it's like man, and I'm like, oh, something happened at home or at work, so it just depends on the variation, like, um for me it's easy to pick up on what happened, like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so if you're out on the street and you call me like man, I know exactly what you're talking about,
True.
like
True.
it's
True.
like the weather is good, and you're just enjoying the whole vibe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, similarities. I think once we get to talk, people might
Mm,
notice. Okay, they got kind of the same vibe or same
mm,
way of thinking
yeah,
or same. Yeah, but I think they just catch the vibe.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
think like there is an optical
Mm,
similarity
yeah, 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 yeah,
necessarily.
yeah,
But you just see like the way they're going on with like how they treat each other and everything. That will make it easy for them to be like, ah, okay, makes sense.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I appreciate it. I appreciate even the huge differences that we have, for example, when it comes to the religious aspects, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
like you're always curious, like,
Most
okay,
interesting topic to me
right, yeah,
because you're learning so much about it and
yeah,
you really study it deep, and I don't have to do it
right.
because you're going to give me all the information
Mm,
anyways. But
mm,
of
mm.
course, I'm also sometimes curious, especially what you're telling. And I'm
Yeah,
like, ah, is this really true? Where is this written? I want to see that
yeah,
where it's
yeah,
really
yeah,
written.
yeah, yeah.
But still, like I
They're very
trust you
cool.
with it.
Yeah.
Some things I might also even reflect myself. Like,
Mm,
is that possible?
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
99% sure it is. But
Mm,
depending on the context, like,
that's true. That's
and
true.
yeah. But anyways,
And
because I also know that you won't just talk about stuff that is not 99%
exactly,
correct,
exactly.
because in that terms I think you fear too much to give misinformation
Yes, yes,
of
yes, exactly.
that topic. Yeah.
And I would always tell you, like, I'm paraphrasing, and I'm not sure if it's directly from the Quran, or is it like, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
then I really make it clear, like, it's not as I'm saying it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so leaving room for confirmation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
then when I'm
Mm-hmm.
really sure about it, I'm like, yeah, man, 100%, there's no this or that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we're gonna transition to the main aspect of the podcast, which is build,
Mm-hmm.
break, become, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've built yourself step by step
Mm.
with no shortcuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least that's my perception of you. Then I've seen your journey, like,
Mm-hmm.
literally
Mm-hmm.
I've been there all every step of the way. Yeah. So for me, when I arrived in Europe, the first thing I noticed is, like, the first job you were training for was becoming a juicer. Yeah, or the joy in the juice. I think you even went to Copenhagen for training.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And how were those days like?
Yeah, so it wasn't my first job,
Mm,
first of all, like, and yeah, I mean, of course people say like, oh, look at him, he's a self-made man, or
yeah,
not me, but if they say it in general.
yeah,
But actually that's not so much true, because
mm,
everyone is getting help from somewhere.
okay,
Like, even if it's help from God or
yeah,
whoever, like, coincidences and stuff like
mm,
that happens, that leads to that. And I
yeah,
mean, I can, if I follow back, and if I connect all the
mm,
dots backwards,
mm,
I can see, okay, this makes sense where I'm now.
yeah,
But when you're there, it doesn't make sense where will this lead. Because
yeah,
when I was thinking of becoming a juicer,
mm,
okay, my goal was to be at a franchise that, on a global scale,
yeah,
will become really big. which Joe and the Juice today is, after
Yes,
like 10 years or
that's
something
true.
being in Switzerland. Opened so many stores and stuff, and I wanted
Mm.
to be a part of that journey.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was the first time me going into a job where I really wanted to develop
Yeah,
myself, my skills, my network,
true.
and it was a really good one. I really had good people there, especially my
Mm.
boss Ari. Shout out to the guy. Really, really supported, really opened a new spectrum for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
After that, simultaneously, also, um, the wife of one of my best friends, she was challenging me and him,
Mm.
like, hey, you should do something about your lives. Come on, guys, you're young, you get drive, you got energy, do something. And so that was the kickstart of going into studies.
Yeah,
So
okay.
without that little statement, I
Mm.
would have never considered going to do a bachelor's anywhere,
Okay,
because I was
okay.
like, I'm good. But it opened another door of marketing. So I
Oh,
went into
wow.
this agency, a startup agency that
Okay.
was dealing with influencer marketing. So I had my experience there for 2.5 years.
Mm.
After that, hey, guess what? Red Bull was looking for someone doing exactly the same as I did for two and a
Yeah,
half
yeah,
years. I,
yeah,
I had a network. I knew how to do presentations and how to
yeah,
sell myself because of school, because of the teachers I had,
yeah.
because of the all of it coming into
Everything
place,
gathered
right?
up.
So
Yeah.
every day that I learned something
Mm.
led to this,
Okay,
even
okay,
though I didn't
okay.
know. And after Red Bull, now it's where I am at the agency where I'm partnered with, and where I really can get all the knowledge consolidated
Yes, yes,
together
yeah.
and really mix it and
Mm.
give out real value
Okay,
to
okay.
customers and to the company and everything. But going into work area started already with 16. Oh, with
Oh,
earlier, I think, just right after school. You do
okay.
apprenticeship. I think you
Mm,
go into
mm,
apprenticeship with
mm.
like, yeah, like
Yeah,
16.
yeah, yeah.
You get out with 19, and from there on,
Okay,
I had this
okay.
job, that job. I even deliver pizza and stuff.
Oh,
Even
wow.
those
Okay.
things.
And
And
what did
I
those?
recommend everyone to work in gastronomy for once.
Yeah,
So, because that's where you have the real contact. You clean toilets. You take away the
the
empty cups and
trash. Yeah.
clean up and take out the
Okay,
trash
okay.
and stuff like that. Everyone should have done that at least
Because I
once
was
in their
about to
lives.
ask, what did that teach you,
No,
other than what the degree,
yeah.
because, other than the degree, what
Mm.
did such job teach you?
To
What did you get from that?
yeah, to first of all, to be more humble.
Mm.
Second of all, to have a clear understanding whenever, I can understand some people, they're rude when I'm with them,
Yeah,
they're rude to waiters and stuff.
yeah.
I'm like, don't do that. you know
Mm, mm.
like, I can exactly see, okay, the place is packed, he got
Yeah,
some stuff to do. It's, you know
yeah.
he would serve you first if he could, but no chance at the moment.
Okay, okay,
Of
okay.
course, sometimes you really have people that are in the wrong job anyways,
Mm.
who shouldn't be
Be there,
doing that
right?
job exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, but those you rarely get, because unless you catch them at the wrong time, because usually they will leave anyways,
Okay,
quickly,
fair
or
enough,
will be left,
fair
if we
enough.
want to put it that way.
Now, going back to Red Bull, that's a global brand. And what did it teach you about setting standards?
Like, Red Bull has this culture that they cultivate
Mm.
of, they don't necessarily work on your weaknesses. They really want to develop your strength, and
Okay.
that's a really cool way of taking it.
Mm.
I think you should also work a bit on your weaknesses, because
Okay.
I mean, this is what I do a lot in my private life with my other behaviors that I
Yeah.
don't want to have, and to change them,
Yeah.
because these are my weaknesses. I make
Mm.
them, turn them into strength.
Okay.
But this was really something at Red Bull that, for the first time, I saw it that way. And I also think that Joe and the Jews learned me a lot, because they had this,
Mm.
also that culture, the
Yeah.
overlaying culture, like, this is how we are, this is how we act, this is how we be. And
Okay.
all that also showed me, okay, this is the core of marketing, that's the heart of
Mm.
it.
Okay.
Because the
Okay.
culture you can't teach anyone, that needs to be there. And Red Bull kind
Mm.
of have the same thing, but just on a global scale, not in the markets themselves or
Yeah.
in departments themselves. You don't feel that vibe
Mm.
everywhere,
Yeah.
because to do what they're doing, you need to have a really open mind, and some people, they don't necessarily have that, but
Okay.
in general they try to cultivate that,
All
and
right.
it's
All right.
it's amazing.
Okay. So now you switch to sales, yeah? And what were the skills that you got from the previous job? So Red Bull,
Hmm.
Joy and the Juice, that you're like, oh, all right, like, because clearly it felt like it was an add-on, for
Mm,
you to
mm.
make this. You confidently switched to that skills.
Not so confident at the beginning.
No?
No, I
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
too confident,
Okay.
to be honest,
Okay.
because
Mm.
I there was that one sales guy at the agency that I worked before Red Bull,
Yeah.
and I really looked up to the guy because he was a sales guy.
Okay.
I was campaign manager, so everything he sold,
Mm.
I handled as a project then afterwards.
Okay. Yeah.
But the way he talked to customers and stuff like that, even with his dialect from
Yeah.
Bern,
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
central, it was so casual, so cool. And but what I learned from him is like people don't buy from like it's not that he was a boring salesman,
Mm.
but he was a nice guy and he knew how to talk to people, and
Yeah.
that's all you actually need for a sales guy. Of course, also a bit
Uh,
knowledge and not wanting to fool anyone and stuff
yeah.
like that, a bit
Yeah.
the behavior stuff.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
in general, like, and I think that's really how he did it. He was just, yeah. Someone once told me you don't buy from an asshole. So if
Mm.
a guy is a
Yeah.
uh,
Doesn't
if
work.
the guy
Yeah.
sucks kind of, then uh
Doesn't happen. Yeah. No, I'm
then
with
you're
you.
not gonna buy from him. But if it's a nice guy, you don't
Yeah.
wanna you wanna get something from him. Even if you're
Exactly.
at the store and someone really tries to show you how the Hoover works or whatever
Yeah.
it is that you're buying,
You
the
don't even need
microwave.
it.
Sometimes you don't even need it, but sometimes you go there to have information he gives you, and then you're like, at the beginning you went there just to get information, and you thought, okay, I'm gonna search the
Mm.
internet, get it cheaper. But I'm a
Yeah.
guy, even now within sales
Yeah.
as well, especially. Um, I'm gonna buy from him because he took the time to really explain me stuff.
Mm.
Nice guy, really charismatic, whatever it
Okay.
is.
Okay.
That's it. And I think in sales, now what I experience is I was doubtful at the beginning.
Yeah.
I even called him, the guy from the agency before
Mm.
Rebel. I asked him, "Hey, what do you think? Am I made for sales?" And he's like, "Of course." And
All
that was
right.
like he said it so directly and
Yeah.
without thinking really.
No
It was like
hesitation.
no hesitation.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I was like, okay, if you say so, I believe you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna
Okay.
hit you up a few times if I'm
Mm.
unsure about it
Mm.
because this is really something I'm really not sure. Because and
Okay.
then you know a few weeks in and already have my first successes with, and
Okay.
then there you build confidence again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again and
Yeah.
again and again and
Yeah.
over and over.
That's it.
The beginning, and it was they threw me into cold water, but I
Yeah.
learned how to swim very quickly, I think.
That's cool. That's
And
cool.
I'm really happier than ever in that
Nice,
place right
nice,
now.
nice.
So
Okay, and you got your pipeline already. Like
oh, yeah,
it's
yeah, building
more
on
or
it.
less,
Like
yeah,
it's
building on it. Yeah,
8 month in so far.
yeah. It takes some
We had a
time to build the pipeline, but
successful
it's
8 months, I would
yeah.
say.
Okay, okay. Today I was reading a post from Alex Omozi. Yeah, and he was saying his first sale was he tried to sell supplements at the gym.
Hmm.
And he approached this lady, and he
Hmm.
was like, vanilla or strawberry. Like he showed her the supplements. He was like vanilla or strawberry, and she was like strawberry. It's like, all right, then here you go.
Hmm.
And she just walked out of there, holding different supplements, and that was it. It's like, if I was gonna sit and break it down, like, yeah, you see, this has this amount of protein and this amount, or you need this amount of scoops and this. It's
Hmm.
like it wouldn't have worked. Sometimes you just go to the you deal with sales a bit differently,
Hmm.
other than what people think selling actually is,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I really like that post.
Hmm.
I really like that post.
And
Okay.
there's truth behind it,
Mm,
because I also realized like I'm not changing. I'm not going to someone and be like, hey, come on, come buy that,
mm.
come here now. We
Yeah.
really need to hook you on this.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
hey, what do you need? Like maybe just talk. Where's the problem? Okay, where can I help you? What can I help you with? Of
Exactly.
course, like these are
Mm-hmm.
the core things of
Yeah.
sales, but
Yeah.
then it comes naturally, like
Yeah.
because sometimes you're also just talking, because sometimes I never ask them what's your problem or what. They will
Mm.
talk like, hey, I always get to know the people, like, hey, where you from, what you doing, like
Yeah.
what did you do before, how did you
Mm.
get to work at this company.
Mm.
And the same thing they ask me, I'm gonna answer. And then more and more you get to discover them,
There has to
and
be that conversation.
there
Yeah,
has to be the
it's
connection, the
yeah,
relationship building. Like
yes,
it's
yes.
like sales is always like dating. Like
Uh,
that's the best comparison.
okay,
From from from
that's
the
why you're doing
first
good
date,
with it.
from
Yeah,
the first date
yeah,
to marriage, to even divorce
yeah.
sometimes, to getting back together again. All
Mm,
that cycles and stuff, and that can happen and will happen, and
yeah,
eventually, yeah. That's
yeah.
what you all these stages you go through in sales as well, 100%.
And I was just saying that's why you kill it. You know.
Ah, so far so good.
So far, so good. So far, so good. And do you think you are always this confident in sales or through repetition? I mean, I know you
I
already
like,
answered it, but
yeah.
you know, I
No,
think
but
repetition is key, though, right?
in everything,
Mm,
this 1,000 hours
yeah,
rule, I think it really, like, I invested my 1,000 hours into the studies, afterwards into the campaign management, afterwards into the creator marketing relationship
yeah,
management, afterwards now into sales. I'm on
mm,
it,
yeah.
but I already invested many hours,
Okay,
and repetition, repetition, repetition. Like every,
repetition is
because in
key.
sales, it's not that I every day have to do something new.
Yeah.
It's I'm always telling the same stories. Sometimes I'm making them back to. It's like a comedian who has
Mm,
a set of comedy, but every time he does it again, he realizes, oh, when I say it like that, it's even better. Next
it's
time I
yeah,
will put it there
the
and da da da.
delivery, you
And
know, the clothes, and
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's getting more of a craft.
Okay, so every build costs something. Yeah. So let's talk about break. Yeah. Can you remember your one of your moments that you can say broke you the most while trying to build something, right?
Um, what broke me the most?
You tested you the most as well. You can put it that way.
Oh, I can tell you straight away.
Yeah.
And the guy probably didn't really notice
Mm,
what he did, but he was a it was and I was so, because at Joe and the Juice I was becoming I started as a juicer. I became
yeah.
a team a bar manager really fast,
Mm,
afterwards being a supply chain manager and everything, all that, for all the stores in
yeah.
Switzerland and stuff.
Okay. Cool.
And I had my leadership experience. But the
Mm,
guy at this startup, the agency before that I worked at before Red Bull, the guy who hired me was a nice guy, and we got along also privately really nicely, and talked about topics, and had
yeah.
similar topics to talk
Mm,
about, like self-development stuff and this
yeah.
and that and that. But when it came to work, the guy was micromanaging so hard that I almost burnt out. I did
Mm,
mistakes just because I was under pressure kind of constantly.
okay.
And then when he decided, I almost threw the towel and was like, you know what,
Mm,
it's all right. Like, under these circumstances, it will damage me more than it will bring. It will
yeah.
bring me more harm
Mm,
than it will benefit myself. Um, but then all of a sudden, the universe again decided, okay, taking the guy out. So he decided to do something else. I don't know what. I think
okay.
he went into self-employment or entrepreneurship
Yeah.
or something like that, or just got a different offer. And then he was replaced with a girl from Germany, who I still like. I owe her everything, because she was so loving, so caring,
Okay.
so nice.
Yeah.
Like, just maybe she wasn't even, but the switch was just, it made it like 1,000 times better. And I'm sure she was, because she's really a nice girl.
Right.
And for her, it was also the first time experiencing leadership, and she did a hell of a job, to be
Wow.
honest. Her boss, like our CEO then
Yeah.
at that time, he fucked it up. But I mean, yeah, that's how business goes sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
People fuck up. It's all right. um, but at the same time, then I think that's what we. There is where I flourished, like where I really could be myself and
Mm,
explore and
okay.
how you say ex. What do I look for? I
Explore. Yeah. Explore. Expand.
expanded, and
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Still don't think it's the word that I was looking for, but
Okay. Was there ever a time you felt lost professionally?
Yeah, sometimes I was lost on the way, like especially in the beginnings, where s- where I was working for Swisscom and for another firm
Yeah,
in Switzerland, where I was like, hey, that's really not for me. I realized, but
yeah,
always the teams were always, I had good people around. That's
yeah,
always what kept me there.
yeah.
But I was lost many times. I'm even now. I can't tell you that I'm not lost. I'm just the happiest that I've ever been, but still lost. Still, people like our mom. She knew from 3 years old, I want to be a nurse
And she
for the
did.
rest of my life, and that's what she did. And now she's retired, and she
Wow.
still nurses everywhere. With the
Yeah, yeah.
grandkids, with her kids, with
That's true.
with the with their
With us?
with the in-laws, with everyone.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
She's amazing, man. She's
exactly, and
amazing.
and I love it when people have like, I want to be an astronaut, and that's exactly
Yeah.
what they want, what they are now. So
Mm,
perfect. But for me, I always was like, okay, where does my passion lie? Where How can I find out what I really want, what I should do? And I tested so much. I tested and
yeah.
tested and tested.
Okay.
And now being here where I am with a positive mind, I always cultivated a positive attitude towards
Mm,
that. I
mm,
never was like, oh, that becoming desperate that "Ugh, I need to know what I really want to do." I just
yeah.
tried to be happy in whatever I did.
Yeah.
And I think that's what was all the magic about. And
Mm,
now being here and now doing what I really like, every shit job and every stupid interaction led to something positive at the end, and
wow.
would not go back and change any of that.
I'm happy to hear that, brother. Happy for you, man. And
Yeah,
proud of
I
you
mean, I'm
too.
super blessed, and again, it wasn't my accomplishment. It was so many people on along the way,
That's true.
helping me, supporting me,
Mm,
giving me advice, giving me no
mm,
advice, because from some
yeah.
even the advice would have been harmful. So I'm happy that they didn't do it. If you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
And I see sometimes it's hard, like with my journey, it's hard to take credit like I did all of that. It's because it's just not true. Like, of course, you can, there's this saying, you can take a donkey to the river, but you can't force it to drink the water, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, at the
That's
end
an
of
African. That sounds super African saying, "Lamu" or shit, like where they don't even drive cars these days, man. The donkey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Take the donkey, do that. Yeah.
oh man, it's a
You
city
could
with
have taken
just one
your you could
car.
have taken your here in Switzerland. We took take our dogs to places. You take donkeys, man.
You had to go
I
there,
had
right?
to
you
go
you
there.
had
I'm
to
so
go
sorry,
there.
just for the sake of it.
That's so good. um so yeah, I mean, speaking of all those, what pressures do men carry silently that people don't talk about?
Man, we sometimes it feels like we're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, but I think the women do as well.
Yeah.
Like if I only can compare myself and my wife, for example,
Mm,
and
mm,
I think
mm.
we both feel the same.
Yeah.
Although I feel like she shouldn't as much as I,
Yeah.
but she feels super responsible for the kids, me as well, but she really does the work there.
Mm,
I, on the other hand, I really try to make sure she doesn't have to work that much anymore, although she wants to, and
mm. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
end, it's a mutual understanding of
Mm,
each other, and the weaknesses and the strength, using that
yeah.
together, see where you can equal out, how you say, equalize,
Find
or
balance.
where you
Mm,
can balance out
yeah.
the whole
Mm.
mismatch kind of, yeah,
Okay.
whatever,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
if
That's
that
very
makes
good.
sense even.
So, speaking of which, with the wife and the kids, did that change your mindset overnight, or did that happen gradually? Like, okay, one day I'll get married, one day, we'll get to the kids part, or was there just that switch, like, okay, man, stuff has to change, or from now on, I am this person, like, how did that happen for you?
Oh man, we
I might be
let's go
heading there. That's why
let's
I'm
go
curious.
yes, but let's
Yeah.
go back 10 years ago, like 25 years.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids.
Right?
I'm happy as I am. I would be the cool uncle, like my
Yeah.
uncle Charlie, like
Uncle
someone's
Charlie.
two and a
Yeah.
half men.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's who I want to be,
Mm.
dying with a smile, as he describes
You'd have pulled that one off.
it. No, but And
uh,
see, that's the thing. Like, I really didn't plan all of this, but I found the right woman where I was like, okay, with this woman, I can. This all would be not only possible but also desirable and
mm,
nice. So she is the reason that I finally that I was willing to experience all this life.
uh,
And because I think now also that's what life is about,
yeah,
like the kids and everything. I mean, you can see it even with kids that are not even
mm,
yours, like,
yeah,
okay, I think
absolutely,
that's what it is about.
yeah,
And that came with age. With 25, I just wanted to go party and
mm,
be living life. But now, 35, I really want to see them growing up, being a role model, and and shape them as good as I can, and give them advice and be there for them, and like
right,
care, like
yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah,
it's a mission, a lifelong
mm,
mission now.
mm,
And that's really nice. Gives you purpose,
gives
gives
it
you
purpose,
perspective. And
yes,
now even things that mattered a lot to you before don't anymore,
mm,
and vice versa. Now you really prioritize time much more,
yeah,
and like, yeah, prioritize the people and who you talk to and how long you talk to with
yeah,
someone and stuff like that.
okay,
Because now it's really because this time is just a small one,
that's true,
and I think it won't last, and I want to soak up everything, and then it's good.
mm.
Sorry, but I didn't really
No, no, no. You
answer
went
your
there. No, no,
question, did
no.
I?
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
yeah, for me, like, I didn't want any of that. I have
Mm.
everything of that. I'm so, like, again, I know some people, they want to, they can't, for different reasons. The wrong partner,
Yeah.
the partner cannot become pregnant,
Mm.
or the man cannot
Exactly.
produce kids and stuff like that. So many reasons, and that's why I say again, blessed. And since the kids, also maybe the topic you want to touch on
Mm.
also later on, but I think a lot has also changed for me, because I mentioned God or the universe or everything
Mm.
a few times now, and I think also that gave me a bit more of, okay, the feeling of, okay, there must be kind of
Yeah.
something like God.
Mm.
Even I would call it
Okay.
God, even,
Okay.
because it's the closest. Because before I was not an atheist. I always believed in something, but mostly it was like this
You didn't define
secret
it.
stuff. I didn't define it. It
And
was
the
more like
secret.
this,
Yeah.
or this Zen, this Buddhism
Yes.
kind of
Yes. Yes.
universal law
Yeah.
of attraction stuff, and being positive. I mean, yes, it's all that also is in the books and stuff, but in the religious books. But at the
Mm.
end, it's all comes from love, and
Yeah.
but also from the maker and someone. And the only thought that crossed my mind was like, okay, I need to go to work. The kids are staying with my mom or with
Mm.
whoever. So, but I also have to trust in God that He takes care of what and doesn't bring them into situations, because otherwise I would have called mom every 10
All the
minutes, like,
time,
are the
right?
kids fine? Are the kids
Yeah.
fine?
Yeah. So there is that
Because I
trust
need
as
to
well.
give that trust away somewhere, and
Yeah.
I gave it to God.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
just
Okay.
to put it there.
Yeah, I mean, we're having more and more of those conversations, and your curiosity has grown. I can see that, and
Mm.
yeah, let's see where it takes us.
And maybe, and thank you, because
Yeah,
maybe it was also you to, since you got more into it again, because
mm,
there was a time you didn't.
it dipped a bit, then
Yeah,
came out again.
yeah. And
Alhamdulillah.
that's why I'm also kind of grateful that God made you get back to Him, so that you can also give me a little bit of that.
That's
And
true. Yeah,
really, sorry, it really, yeah, clicked, something clicked,
yeah. I'm
kind of,
grateful.
could say that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
And
grateful.
I mean, I go to church, you go to the mosque,
Yeah,
still different things, but still also kind of the same things,
that's true. Yeah.
similar values,
Mm. Yeah,
besides some differences, of course.
we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah,
One question at a time, one day at a
exactly,
time, and let's see where it
exactly,
takes us. Right.
exactly.
Okay. Were there any moments
Okay,
in?
let's do it. Just speak it to me. One day, one day. Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Would be cool to do it in the podcast,
No,
though.
no,
You
no,
know?
no, 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 no. We don't.
No, not today. No, right
No, no,
now.
no,
No, no,
no.
no, no.
But even no, no, no. I want to do it in
Uh,
privacy and stuff.
no,
Like,
it has to be. Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, of course. And also, you're not doing it for
otherwise, they think
for a
I'm like
show. You
Andrew
know.
Tate doing it for
Yeah,
clicks or something. Like, no,
exactly.
I don't. I don't want to. No, no.
And
That
it's
was
not for
unfair
that. You
for the
know.
guy because maybe he really. I think he really wanted it. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's not for us to judge. You
no,
know, like
exactly,
it's
exactly.
really
Didn't
not
want to
for
do that.
us.
It's just for me. It's always like
We don't know
taking the
what's in
fun out.
someone's heart, right? So
Mhm.
it's yeah, yeah, yeah. So adding on to this, like were there moments where you doubted yourself? Or were there moments where
Mm.
mm,
Yeah, doubt is a topic, but I try to push it down actually because if doubt crosses your mind, of course, doubt will always cross your mind, but it's
okay,
how you handle it at the end. And of
and how
course,
do you
I
handle
doubt
it?
myself every day, I could say, but
Okay, okay.
it depends if I give it energy, if I give it weight, if I will focus on it, or
Mm,
because you have choice every with
yeah.
everything. I can be doubtful about it, or I can be like, hey, you know what? Solve the
Mm,
problem. And at the moment, I'm really in the problem solving mode.
mm, okay, okay,
Yeah,
yeah. And
which is
I
also not really healthy, to be honest,
okay.
because Cherry always, like my wife, she always points out that I always want to solve a problem, solve a problem, solve a problem, but this is also like
Mm,
distracting and taking me away from the actual problem.
yeah.
I rather should take one step at a time because the solution doesn't always have to be there. Because kids are crying. I want a solution now. To stop
Mm,
them crying. No, no, no. She should cry. She should experience that, but one step at a time. Comfort her.
oh wow.
Be like, hey, what do you want? What do you need? Being
Mm,
more of that.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
towards any situation, these things you can apply them
yeah.
to life. So that's why I say, whenever you have kids and the chance to get kids, get them
Okay.
because they will teach you stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, looking forward.
yeah.
Perhaps one day, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Um, yeah, and I also remember this, you have this big statement which I always remember from you, it's like there are no problems, only solutions. So,
Mm.
but it's also cool to see like you took a step back from that statement, like even though I like it very much, right?
Yeah, you can, some in some places it really helps. Like,
Yeah.
but yes, there are no problems because, yeah, okay, only
Mm,
solutions. But yes, there is always a solution to a problem. There
okay.
is always a solution to a problem, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So,
At least that's what I believe,
so it's
you know?
more of a primed way of thinking, because if you, it doesn't really help if
Yeah.
you have a problem and then you always are like yes and
Mm,
complain about the problem and always put the problem in front.
yeah.
But when you say, hey, there's a solution to every problem,
Mm,
the whole thinking, the whole approach to the problem that occurs is a different one. You get hit by a problem, some people freeze and are like, oh, no, no, I can't deal with that.
that's yeah.
And some people, like, I cultivated that in my
Mm,
mind. A problem comes, okay, let me see, what is the problem, where can
yeah,
i where
yeah,
can i
yeah, yeah, yeah.
be creative and find solutions now,
Mm,
right?
yeah, I know what you mean. I
And
know
the
what
human
you mean.
mind, it wants to solve problems, like
Yes.
you. That's the challenge of
No, it's
meditation, right?
looking. It looks for
It
problems,
or yeah, it
right?
seeks, yeah,
Yeah, it
exactly.
seeks. Like
Because
okay, where is the next?
yeah,
Like yeah, because we're also built on survival mode, right?
yes, that's
Like
why if you're somewhere boring, you start counting the dots on a wall or whatever there is. Like,
mm,
you want to be,
yeah.
okay, there is a problem, I need to count all of them now, because otherwise I need to deal with the quiet here.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's true. That's true. I see what you mean. Yeah. So let's talk about become.
Mm.
Who are you now? Still a brother?
Still a bro,
But
becoming.
becoming. Who are you now? It's a
Man,
hard question, but to
yeah,
be
it
fair,
is,
it's a
it
hard
is,
question, right?
but
You know.
it's maybe it's less who I am now, but
Mm,
how I think about life now. And I really, it sounds so cheesy and everything, but
mm,
taking life, trying to be present in every moment of life, that's really where I
mm.
am right now.
Okay.
And grateful for whatever.
Yeah.
And I have this also, like, I'm really, I appreciate myself so much
Mm,
for I always tried, with changing behaviors and this and that and that, and I'm developing, and
yeah.
it shows me, okay, there, you got some strength left in there, and
Mm, Okay,
like
okay,
and you try to change for the better all the time. And
mm,
yeah, I
cool.
think that's, I'm just really grateful today. What I, or who I am, or what I am, I'm a grateful guy, I think,
Yeah.
who tries to see the best in people, in
Mm.
situations, in life in general.
Yeah, you do
And
that. You do that, man.
I really try.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
You
nice
do
if you
that, and
can
I
see
like that.
that.
I like that about
I
you, man.
like
You
that you
know,
can see that,
it's
because there's so
you do
much
that a
pain.
lot, and I admire that a lot. You know, because that just changes the vibes to everything.
Yeah,
When you know, I'm like,
and
ah,
I know how fucking privileged I am,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
What would you say that? What
I have
makes you
so
think
many
that?
friends who didn't grow up with both their parents, who didn't have siblings or
Yeah.
half siblings, which is
Mm.
amazing to have.
Yeah.
And I don't feel sorry for them. It's just what life gave them, and the cards
Mm.
we all got and we got to deal with.
Yeah.
I mean, my life wasn't always sugar all the time.
Mm.
Like, it wasn't. Life was also having
Sunshine and rainbows. You
sunshine
know.
and rainbows all the time. It was ups and downs,
Yeah.
but like in general, the big pains
Mm.
are going to come for me
Mm.
still. Like,
Mm.
yeah, life will go on.
Yeah.
And I just recently, I had one very depressing thought. If I would have given it more weight and more of reality, it would fuck with me really hard
Mm.
now. But
Mm.
I was
Mm.
like, because all this self optimization processes I'm going through, development and
Yeah.
everything, it will lead that I'm gonna outlive all of you guys. I no, if you put it that way, if you try to look for it, diet and this and that, I'm not looking for
God
longevity.
damn,
I'm
bro.
looking for healthy aging. But
Yeah.
and I'm the youngest,
Yeah.
right? Okay, you're the youngest. I probably am gonna outlive everyone. Hopefully also,
Yeah.
because that
Yeah.
means I will turn like 80, 90,
Mm.
maybe 100 years old.
Mm.
Until then,
Inshallah, man.
inshallah, we don't know what comes
We don't
tomorrow.
know, man.
But that's why. And if you put it that way,
Yeah.
yeah, I will have my daughters. Thank God. I will have probably grandchildren and
Mm.
other people around, of course.
Yeah.
But it's kind of scary
That's
because,
true.
yeah, just because. And
Yeah.
yeah, this could be a really frightening.
Mm.
So even that has its negatives. Yeah, you're gonna live very long, but you're gonna lose, and you're gonna have a lot of pain as well.
That's
And the
true,
big
man.
pains, as I said, they're still waiting for me. And I would really need to see what person I am then. And you should ask me that question after that happens,
Okay.
or while that
Okay.
happens, and after that I cope with
Mm.
it.
Mm.
Because
Damn.
maybe I'm gonna fall into old clusters of addictions or whatever, and it will be all.
Man, hopefully not, man.
I don't think so,
And I'll
but
be here.
and I can, yes, yeah,
I'll
that's a
be
good
here,
one.
bro.
2 times.
Got it. How would you describe yourself today in one sentence?
Mm, unfinished. In one sentence, not
Yeah,
in one word.
but I like that.
Uh, I don't know. You can choose one of them that I said before, like you
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. I mean, you said a
how would I
lot,
describe?
so
Yeah,
yeah.
how would I describe myself in one sentence? Work in progress.
Work in progress.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think not that I'm work, or like, it's not that I need to develop myself for every,
Mm.
but I like to work on myself and
Yeah.
reflect, and I like
Yeah.
all of this. I like all of
Yeah.
the life,
Yeah.
and so I also want to live. Like,
Mm.
that spread that energy to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that's it's really nice to be in a
That's
good
true,
vibe.
man.
I also cultivate actions like going to the supermarket, greeting people, especially at the counter, not just random people. But
Yeah.
even if I see someone like, you're also going for the fresh
Mm.
mangoes, huh? They look
Mm.
really good,
Right?
and just like, yeah, 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 and just to
Uh,
get that reaction is like,
yes. Yes.
all
Yes.
right, have a
Yes.
good one, see you
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like with your friends, for example, when there's a party, and where's your brother? Where's your brother? I'm like, yeah, he's on the way. Like, yeah, yeah. And then, you just light the vibe up. Like it becomes more interesting with you around. Sincerely, bro.
That's
Yeah,
good to hear. Then I'm if I get that right, even if I'm gonna fuck up everything else, but if I get that right, I
you
like it.
Gucci.
I
What
like it. Still
matters
a
more now?
success. Hmm?
Sorry to have interrupted you. What matters more now than it did
Keep
10
the
years
keep the.
ago?
What matters more now than it did?
Now than 10 years
Oh
ago.
man, so much. So such a different kind of person I am compared to then.
Yeah.
Like still, I used to smile a lot then as well. I
Mm.
think I was still coming from a happy place, but there was a lot not wrong, but undeveloped, very very youthful,
Mm.
very yeah,
I can
and
see
much
it.
yeah,
I can see it. I mean, I was there, right?
more, yeah. We were
Not in
there
all cases,
together,
but
so it's a
yeah,
bit might be the same with you then,
yeah, a lot has
but
changed. A
but
lot has changed.
I'm happy change for the better. I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And of course we all grow up a bit, and with
Mm.
growing up more responsibility, more, but also more, also more reminding yourself of still being childish. And I think that's also a good one,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
especially with my kids, what I try now, I tried a lot, be the angry dad,
yeah.
the disciplinary one, and this and that and that. You gotta find your way, but now I'm trying
Mm.
the being a bit the silly one, and you know rumble more with them, especially with the elder one who is in her rebellious phase, and trying to trigger you with
Yeah,
everything she
yeah.
does and being naughty and this, and I want to be naughty back now, and
Okay,
and
okay. It's
trying
about
to
them time.
attack from another
Yeah,
approach,
yeah, yeah.
coming sneaky from behind, and
Mm,
here I am.
mm, mm, mm. Okay. What kind of daughter do you want your father to remember? I failed at that miserably. It was supposed to be the other way around.
Yes, I just, and it went to my head. I was like, no, no, no. I think yeah, okay.
Okay, what kind of a father do you want your daughters to remember?
Yeah, I think what every father wants to be remembered for.
Mm,
Trying, like, yeah, it's a bit. I can't really tell which parts of the whole parenthood process will be remembered in the child afterwards. Will it be the
mm,
one where I was yelling while she was trying to accomplish something
mm.
because I wanted her to climb up the whole wall and not only to the middle,
Yeah.
or was it because I encouraged her to play football? Was it the good or the bad? And I
Mm.
want to just make sure that I'm very conscious and cautious about being the one who encouraged more.
Okay,
Who
okay.
I want her to to remember me as the one who really taught her not only discipline but also self
Conf-
consciousness, and
Self confidence as well.
self confidence as well. That's
And
the
go
most
for it
important one.
mindset, right?
Yes,
So
because I
she.
know how it is to have no self
Mm,
confidence, and
okay.
that's shit.
Yeah,
And I also see in people, and it's just like it's so sad
yeah.
to see someone not being and it's not even their fault.
Mm,
It's the brain fogs they received back
yeah.
in the days from whoever.
Mm,
You still have a small voice going, like a 4 year old voice, not from you, but from a 4 year old, while you
mm,
were 4 years old,
yeah.
who was in class with you, who said, you stink,
Mm,
you have so thin legs. That's what they told me.
yeah.
And I mean, I can see it. I'm Thai boxing now. I still got this thin calves and everything, but a voice, even though sometimes I just train them just because still of the voice, and I know it's because
Okay.
of that. I would be super confident if that voice would not have been there. Not doing it for that purpose. It's not getting to me still that much
Yes,
as it
yes,
did
yes.
back in the days. But
But it's
people
there,
carry
it's
stuff,
yes.
and it's a pity. And I hope everyone is coping with his or her own demons
Mm,
and get them out of the way, and
yeah,
can live life with a
yeah,
smile the whole time.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes, when people do stupid shit, I'm just like, yeah, like people have been through stuff,
Mm,
people don't, there's more to what we cannot see,
100%.
right? Yeah. Um, so what does success look like for you now? Not 10 years ago.
Mm, I think once yeah, I mean, success, I mean, making sure everything works fine for me is successful.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being happy, and you still got time for yourself and for your partner and for your family and for your friends, and
Mm,
and at work you're not too much invested into work, but uh, enough that you still can develop there, and
You get it done,
all
yeah.
of the small things in life and what it is
Mm,
about, and not being stuck in work and being every day like, oh, I have to go to work again. No,
yeah.
try to like to go to work and stuff like
Mm,
that. This success, the having the mind right,
yeah.
this is for me the success, not the physical materialistic things, not at all.
Yeah.
Having the mind right, because you can be the richest guy in the world but having a poor mind,
Mm,
or you can be the poorest one and having the richest mind. And I mean,
true.
people who have nothing and think they got everything, they're
Oh, those are
these
the
are
guys,
this
man.
is like they don't need, let's put it that way, they don't have anything but they don't need anything.
Mm,
Man, what is more beautiful than that, really? I mean, in the mind. Of
absolutely.
course, it's not beautiful to sit in the mud and don't not have food, of
Yeah.
course, but like that's the extreme.
This, yeah.
But even being, really, if you can be satisfied with it in a kind of every situation,
Mm,
good or bad.
yeah. And it's crazy, man. There are people who are just content with less. They're okay and they're happy and they're satisfied. And you're like,
And
it's
you know me better
it's
than anyone else. We want to do business together. For what? For having millions and not having these problems that we're having and this
yeah.
and that and that. But man, even in the struggle, there is beauty. You struggled 10 years in Vienna on your own, doing
Mm,
corona and everything,
yeah.
isolation and, fear and media and da and da and da.
That was
And you
crazy,
come with
man.
it, and you're here and your mind is still right.
Yep.
It wasn't sometimes, yeah, but this
Sometimes
was.
you lose it, right?
Yes, and I go crazy sometimes, and sometimes I fail to, I did really good, and then
Yeah.
bam, failed. But then standing up again and be like, okay, forgive yourself and go on and
Mm,
develop and
yeah.
don't give
Okay.
up. And I think I'll never ever give up.
Nice.
Mm.
What are you still building? We're
Mm.
wrapping it up soon, so don't worry.
Yes, yes, yes. But no, what I'm still building.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big project. The kids. I really want to build or raise beautiful kids. I think
Mm,
we do together, me and my wife, and the whole surrounding
yeah.
around us. It helps everything. See, it's not only on me;
Yeah.
it's a whole community
Mm,
building it. But being a valuable piece in this whole community, and I'm still building relationships. I think
yeah.
that's what I'm still building. Nice, good,
Okay.
long-lasting
Right. Mm,
relationships to be remembered for
cool.
generations. Hopefully, like not. I
Yeah.
don't want to be remembered for generations, but building relationships where you
Mm,
that matter.
okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. What are you proud of that nobody sees? Maybe not even
Just
me.
because I don't show it on Instagram yet.
Yeah.
Soon, bro. Soon. No, I think my discipline, and the daily win of not smoking or not
Mm,
taking nicotine. I think this is really something I'm super proud of, and I don't know how I did it. Although ChatGPT
mm,
tells me it's the whole always trying to not
yeah.
to, not giving up to try to quit.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's what led to this point, but and I believe it.
Man, I'm
But
proud too, man.
but
I know the struggles. I see. Like we
exactly.
were always on the phone. Like, hey, man, it's I'm
But
losing it.
yeah, and if you look at me now, I mean, people at the office, they didn't. I quit there already at the
Yeah.
new before I started at the new office. Um, and they when they saw me, then I had a relapse because we went out for drinks and stuff, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Hey,"
Yeah.
and they were like, really, you? Huh? I never would have thought. Ah, this was my last 10, 15 years. Come on, what you talking
Mm,
about?
mm,
And but I understand if someone doesn't. So for me, it's a whole, like I kind of also changed a bit my personality, and also
yeah.
waking up at 4, going to training and stuff like that. Of course, I need to do these things to maintain a healthy brain for myself,
Yeah.
and it it's a reason why I do these things. But
Mm,
I'm also proud that I do them, and no one sees it because I don't show it to everyone.
yeah.
I don't brag about it
It's cool,
really,
man.
unless on a podcast that millions of people are going to see in the future. But yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh, cool, man. So, um, we share blood, but we have different upbringings, right?
Mm.
I grew up in Kenya, you grew up in Switzerland, different environments. How do you think that shaped us differently?
Man, I think just it's super different because it's not just the environment that was. It wasn't just that you had all year summer and here we had the four seasons,
Mm,
but you had a different relationship to Pa. You had a different your time around your mom or your parents in general. Me as well. I
yeah.
mean, yeah, uh, you can't say it was better there or better here or whatever, but it was just different.
Mm,
And I'm so happy that we shared that together
it's true.
and that we got to know a bit from those times, from other talks we had other
Mm,
days, and it's yeah, it's nice that we still are at the point where we are now.
yeah.
We could be complete different places.
Mm,
um but since we met with like 5, 6, 7 years old, I remember where we really started like,
pounding
yo,
man. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
ah,
yeah.
that's him.
Giving. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was that's perfect. That
Mm,
we stick to that.
thanks, man.
Really
Thank
much
you.
love, bro.
Yeah, same here,
It's
man.
beautiful.
Same here. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Ah,
That was a book well written,
exactly, and I
right?
could die happy today.
Absolutely.
I
Me
hope it
too,
won't
man.
happen, but I would.
Me too, man.
Like that's and that's what I'm actually saying since quite some time right now.
Mm,
So for within 2026, of course. Like
yeah.
so, yeah,
Okay. Okay. It's cool. It's cool.
yeah. And
It's a
it's
good
it's a nice feeling to
perception to
be.
have on
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
It's
kind of. And
um.
I want it to go long on.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Inshallah. Absolutely. Um. What strengths do you think Switzerland gave you, and strengths that Kenya gave me? You know.
Oh, I think. Hmm, I think you went already through a lot of pain.
Mm,
I think pain is good,
yeah.
or
Started seeing it that way recently.
yeah.
At
I
least the
mean,
last 3 years.
can be really, it can break you, and it's really bad. It can be really
Yeah.
bad, of course, but I think it's also good. It has its good,
Yeah.
and I think it made you a strong guy, and already gave you a bit of a glimpse of. I didn't have that yet. The big pains, I didn't have them
Mm.
so much yet, and they're gonna come, and I don't know how I will react to them yet.
Yeah, but we don't know
And
if they're gonna come, and
they
it's
will
okay if
come,
they
of
don't.
course. Like unless I will
You
be
know?
gone before that. Okay.
Okay.
But otherwise they will come and I
I
will have
think
to
I know
face
what you
them.
mean. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, and you had glimpses of that, and maybe you didn't grow up in the same household as maybe your mom, or I don't know how
Mm.
but stuff like that, it can really get to you, and
Yeah.
but you already coped with such situations, and you already got to know. So you are also a bit privileged, even though out of bad circumstances, but
Mm.
you're already privileged enough to have had the chance to cope with those
Yeah.
things. Me, not yet so much, and I'm grateful for it as well. But also, I'm a bit scared because I don't know how it will be when it comes.
But
Of course,
inshallah, I'll be there, man.
I can, yes, and I can build strengths until then and stuff
Okay.
like that. I can
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
prepare my mind for the worst cases.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I usually kind of do. So yeah, and I think what made me strong here is like the love that I really received from
Mm.
mom. I think that helped me, but sometimes it wasn't never tough love. That's what I missed. And that's what
Mm.
made me also kind of weak again. So I had to build strength again and meet the right people
But
or
why
have
would
the
you see
right
yourself
role
as weak?
models. Hmm?
Why would you see yourself as weak?
Yeah, some traits of not. I was a guy who didn't finish stuff. I,
Ah,
I
okay.
started a lot of things. I didn't finish them. So
Okay.
that's weak. Or I I ran from problems at home. We
Okay.
didn't have always good, not always. How you said, rainbow and sunshine,
Mm.
or rainbow and
Sunshine and rainbows. Yeah.
sunshine and rainbow.
Yeah.
So I was going out and smoke weed with guys,
Yeah.
stuff like that, and
Yeah.
being out all night, all day, and
Mm.
you know.
Mm.
But I always did my school. I always knew the responsibilities I
Yeah.
had, and I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
this was still strong because other guys in my environment they did the opposite,
Okay.
and so being dropouts, being having problem with law and stuff like that, and I never was that guy.
And
But I
some.
was surrounded by those guys as well, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
somehow that also builds strength. So even those weak situations build
Mm.
strength, or the painful ones, and yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
There's a much more we can talk about in depth about all those topics, but
Yeah.
this needs to
Absolutely.
be it
Yeah.
for now.
And why do you think we connect so naturally?
Man, it's it's the love, bro.
It's the love, bro. It's the love, man.
Where is
Ah.
the love? It's right here. You looking for it? I found it. I
Oh man.
found the love.
Oh, okay, let's not do that. What's something we both got from our parents?
Say again.
What's something we both got from our father and mother? Because
Oh,
I do.
we know both what we got from our father.
And mom as well.
Um,
Just mom downstairs. Like
yes, from
she
mom.
took
I
care of
also
me
know
too.
that I got all the love from mom that I'm giving out. I got it all from her. She
Mm,
filled me up with so much love, actually,
mm,
that I have an easy job pouring it out. That's why I think my
uh,
mom was two moms in one, kind of. I don't know why it was,
yeah,
because
yeah,
she also had to be double here. She always was here. She, even when she went to a night shift, slept during the day. I could wake her and she would not have a problem with it. She was
yeah,
always loving, always. And if Pa was not around because he was in Kenya, she was here twice as much. I felt like.
yeah, yeah. Like you can't remember a time where mom wasn't there for you.
No,
Like
no, not at all.
that's easy put, right? It's
Yes, and I think it's really, to put it that way. It's I learned from her how to love,
mm,
how to treat people nicely,
yeah,
how to be a positive person.
yeah.
From Pa, I I think also, but not in the same way and not in the same. Uh,
Magnitude.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Not in the, yeah, but yeah, from Pa, I also learned, the pole pole. I think he was always like
yeah,
the way he, him, the way he moves, the
yeah,
way he talks, the way he thinks, the way he copes with problems. He's never this, oh, oh, oh,
yeah, yeah.
very rare,
Relaxed,
very rare. He's
easy.
always relaxed,
Okay,
always easy,
okay.
especially in Kenya. My goodness.
Mm,
Here, bit more on his toes,
yeah,
but still relaxed.
yeah. That's true, man.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I love this one. And I realized in Kenya I can be that relaxed, but I need to be not in Switzerland, because
Yeah.
here I'm just Swiss. I'm the one who's
The environment also doesn't
on
allow you
time.
to, right?
I'm fast. I do my
Yeah.
stuff,
You can't afford to be late here. To
and
be
lazy,
honest,
late or lazy.
it's
Yeah,
no, it can't work,
exactly,
man. It can't
exactly.
work. Okay, so we're really almost done. Yeah. Just real quick, coffee or tea?
Coffee, of course. Why did I even think of that? I
Discipline or motivation?
discipline, of course.
Sales or marketing?
Sales these days.
Swiss punctuality or African timing?
Ah, Swiss punctuality, man. Even for me, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But I want to be. I
I
want.
know,
I next
I
time,
know.
in 10 years, I want to be the opposite.
I like that.
Mm.
Gym or running?
Gym,
Family or career?
family, over
Money or
everything.
freedom? Money or freedom?
Both. uh,
Oh
I
man.
think money, because freedom. No. Okay, that was wrong.
Mm.
I don't want to. No, we don't explain it, right?
No, but man, both is a perfect answer.
I think so,
Yeah,
because with money you can get some freedom.
yeah, I
Like
would
in
agree.
this
Yeah,
situation here, I know
yeah,
what you mean, but
yeah.
I go for money.
Okay.
Look what
Uh,
they will look at me like. That
Comment
what?
section, man. One word for your brother.
One what?
One word for your brother.
Respect, much love. Sorry for more than one.
All good, man. I take it all, bro. One word for yourself.
Respect, one
Much
love,
love.
bro.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Ah, brother, it's
That
been a
was it.
pleasure, man.
That was a good one.
That
I love
was
the
that was
end as well.
amazing. That was
The end was good.
amazing,
It's just
right? Yeah,
this or
yeah,
that.
yeah.
A little
Easy,
this or that.
easy, easy.
Mm,
Yeah, and I mean, it's of course my first time being super comfortable in a podcast, and
mm.
I mean for
Thank
obvious
you.
reasons, right? So
And that's how you
yeah,
actually always should be. Always remember my face when talking to whoever.
yeah,
So it will be exactly like that. You did really well.
I'll
Thank you
do
so
that.
much for the questions. It was
Yeah,
interesting.
absolutely. Yeah, thanks for. I
And
wanted to say thanks for having me, but like, yeah,
but
I
next
mean,
time I'm having you. All right. Like
perfect. Let's do it.
I want to know. I want to know
Yeah,
about that guy as
absolutely.
well.
That would be cool. That would be
Mm.
cool. Yeah, yeah,
Interviewing
yeah.
the host
Yeah.
next time on Eddie's podcast. Thank you so much. This was
Build, break, become. Episode 3.
Brain
Build, break, become.
Build Break Become.
You'll get a hang
All
of
right,
it.
all
Still
right,
new. Yeah.
man.
Right,
You didn't
guys.
brief
Take
me,
care.
huh?
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Peace. Thank you so much,
Peace.
Mohsen.
Take care. Thanks, brother.
One
Much
love.
love. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye bye.